The following is a presentation of the Kodiak V-Sports Network. Virtual teams, real-life hype.
Hello and welcome from wherever around the world you are watching to the Round 4 on-demand game here in the Vtuber Basketball Association, the Evoria Prism on home turf here at Prisma Arena, taking on the Adventure Coast Pirates. The Prism having been on something of a slide lately, most exemplified by their loss during the Twitch game on Saturday night against the Soda Springs Carbonators. They're looking to get back into fighting form. Here's your starting lineups for the Pirates: Portier, Grady, Mantooth, Galloway, and Dumont. For the Prism, Conchar, Montoya, Jeffries, Medeiros, Batista, and Lambert. Ben Grady stepping in at that starting shooting guard position with the left hip strain to Emmanuel Barrea. He is out for this game. Ben Grady has stepped into his place.
This is such an unfair matchup.
Yeah, the Pirates have not looked great this season. Currently sitting on an 0-2 record, and they have not looked particularly good in any of the games we have seen them in. But we'll see if they can kind of turn it around here in this contest against the Prism, who, like we said, are on a bit of a backslide themselves.
We'll find out. We'll see.
And we'll get a quick miss off the back of the rim here for the Pirates. The Prism heading up court. Reed Jeffries was actually a shining diamond for this Prism team in that game against the Carbonators. It was a 112-83 loss, but in his debut with the Prism, Reed Jeffries put up a 39-point game as we see a three-pointer off the back of the rim there from Sergio Montoya. You see the screen move here. This is Ben Grady up to Freddie Dumont, opening for the top of the arc. No good on the shot.
It's so early in the game, and they're already going for like the long shots on both teams, not just one.
Oh, look at this feed inside to Benoit Lambert, and Brady Portier will be called for the foul.
I eat my words. They said, fuck you.
They said, nope, you're not allowed. We'll see a three-point play potential early in this one for Benoit Lambert, and he will get it. It is a 3-0 Prism lead. 8 minutes, 43 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're just starting. We'll see.
We shall see. See Galloway down low to Mantooth. He'll kick back up to Bryce Portier. I called him Brady Portier, I think, earlier. There's an open hook. Long two for Freddie Dumont. Oh, just not enough on it. And we'll see Reed Jeffries try and pull one. Lambert with a rebound. Gets it denied, but Medeiros Batista there to clean up.
The way they had it looked like they had like a little conga line going on there, and that was kind of funny.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a conga line. Oh, look at the feed up top for Grady. Montoya having none of it. And now another one inside, and going to be denied the same way. Lambert able to recover, kicks it out. Conchar, three! And already noticing a dramatic difference in this on-demand game that we've seen from the games on Twitch on Saturday. A lot more fluid movement on and off the ball for both of these squads.
Oh my god, a dance cam so early? Let's go. Let's see what we got here today in the stands.
Let's see who we got putting the moves on here on this lovely Monday afternoon. So glad you're joining us here on YouTube. And we'll see if the Prisma Center's got some moves for you guys here. They're doing pretty well so far. A lot of Mavericks fans in the house, which is kind of cool.
You know, they're probably just here to have some fun, and who wouldn't be here to have some fun, you know?
I mean, honestly, yeah, it just feels like this crowd's just kind of vibing. It's a matinee Monday game. The vibe's going to be a little bit more relaxed, I think. I think that's kind of business as usual.
I agree.
Well, a good way to start your week, though. Like, little afternoon basketball to start out.
Especially if, you know, they just got to work. Have some fun time.
Yeah,
watch some basketball.
Yeah, get a little, you know, have a little hangout. Make the Monday feel a little less Monday.
Exactly.
We're going to come out of this first timeout here. 7:41 to go in the first quarter, and it's an 8-0 Evoria lead to start this this contest off. It'll be an inbound from Freddie Dumont into Bryson Portier. See what we have here. They'll offload to Mantooth at the top of the arc. Rotates through. Portier, and they're going to catch Conchar on a reach-in foul. That was not the ball that had the hand. That was not the hand that had the ball, Bogdan. And apparently I don't have the words in my mouth right now.
Words are hard. It's okay. It happens.
An inbound from Freddie Galloway. Now to Portier to get us started here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the pick from Dumont. Offloads. Dumont going to try and feed this inside. Gets the ball stripped by Lambert. And now it's Conchar down low, defended by Mantooth.
The way that ball just, like, he went to throw it, and it's like it's just slipped, but no.
It slapped straight down, and that is going to be a foul called on Johnny Galloway, and even he knows it. So for the second time this quarter, Benoit Lambert is going to go to the free throw line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And honestly, I think the Adventure Coast offense has got the right idea with what they're trying to do. They're setting up on the perimeter, having guys cut into the basket to create space, either for the guys coming in or for the players still out on the perimeter. The plan is good. I think the strategy is solid.
Yes, it's just the execution.
The execution is a wee bit suspect.
But we'll find out, but it's still the first quarter.
It is still the first quarter
Who knows,
here.
Maybe they'll pick it up.
We'll see here. Portier, defended by Conchar. Gets the pick from Galloway. Tries to drive inside. Well defended by Conchar. Going to try and pull up from the free throw line. Galloway saves it. Portier hooks out. Rotated ball. Portier going to have to take this shot himself. No good. Solid defense from the Prism.
Trying to make up for what they lost, that one loss that they had on Saturday.
Yep, trying to avenge that record-setting loss to the Soda Springs Carbonators. Now Portier, again, isolated with Conchar. 3 seconds to shoot. Portier got no choice but to pull the trigger from the arc. No good. Dumont rebound off the glass, rolls out. No good. We'll go to Reed Jeffries here for the Prism. Gets the pick from Lambert. Mantooth sticks to him. Oh, in and out. No good on the shot for the free throw line by Jeffries. And now it's Mantooth curling, wheeling, kicks out to Portier, rotated inside. Galloway splits the double team, works into the paint. Gonna have to go up top for this one. No. Oh, that ball was walking the tightrope, and it just couldn't find its way in.
But Lady Luck was not on their side with that one.
Not at all. And a nice layup for Bogdan Conchar, and the Pirates going to have to call another timeout as we are now 5 and change to go in the first quarter, and it is still 12-2 just watching.
This is looking to be very interesting with that. The Pirates got to do something if they want to get some points, because there's a donut on that screen.
There is a big donut sitting on that scoreboard right now.
And especially almost close to the second quarter.
Yeah, something is not, yeah. We'll see if the Pirates can come up with something out of this timeout. What do you think Freddie Wade's cooking up on the sideline?
I feel like he's telling them that the plan, like you said, the plan that they have is solid, because they have a solid plan, but I feel like the Pirates will have to be a little bit more aggressive, because the Prisms are knocking them back and knocking them around. And it's as if they're just letting them.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they gotta
almost
be more aggressive. They have to be more aggressive against the other players.
Yeah, the strategy, I think, really has to be attack the basket. Keep getting shots up, and good things will eventually happen. We'll see a feed inside here for Freddie Galloway. Step back, mid-range two, no good. Well, it doesn't help that the ball doesn't appear to be the Pirates' friend tonight. There's been a couple of near makes that have just not created anything. Jeffries defended well. Going to be passed around here. Medeiros Batista back to Jeffries. Up top three. No good. Oh! And a little volleyball set from Benoit Lambert. We'll see what the Pirates do here. Portier off on the wing. Bounce pass. Mantooth. Long two. No. See Jeffries here. Still defended well by Mantooth.
Them trying to take those long twos and those threes are what's killing them.
Oof. And a nice denial there. Ben Grady going to bring this across half court for the Pirates. He'll go to Portier to try and get the offense started. Mantooth, return ball for Portier. Rotated through, trying to feed inside. Sergio Montoya with a matrix grab. See now Jeffries. A feed to Lambert from Medeiros Batista. Kick back out. Sergio Montoya, open three, no. And Benoit Lambert going to get called for a loose ball foul, the contact. I think that was with Ben Grady. No, it was with Bryson Portier. My mistake. He took a nasty body shot there.
You know, it's Monday. They're just, you know what? I'm pretty sure that they just got out of work from their other job, because they don't just play basketball.
No, they
also have to work at that one carnival, and whoo.
Yeah, it's the roughest gig out there, having to do most of the work at the Adventure Coast theme park and then having to turn around and play basketball immediately afterwards. And especially against a team like Evoria, which, as you have made mention of before, despite that 1-2 record, is one of the better teams in the VTBA. Mantooth, feed off to Portier. Inside! Copernicus Mantooth! Do you want sauce with that rack? Oh, that's a way to get that donut off the board.
The way he just jumped and grabbed it, and then boom!
Oh, the airmail alley-oop to Copernicus Mantooth. And now we'll see Reed Jeffries trying to feed inside. Freddie Dumont picks off the pass. Mantooth going to bring this back up the floor. Crosses inside. Swatted away by Conchar. Oh, and now it's the Prism on a 2.5-minute drought. A feed inside for Lambert. Turnaround shot. No good. Dumont rebounds. Lob down low to Portier. Manages to walk the tightrope, stay inbounds. Brings about 3 Prism defenders into the inside. Looking inside for Dumont. This time Sergio Montoya turns it aside. Another feed inside now for Bogdan Konchar. And the foul. That was a wild exchange.
Yes. For the last, minute? That was everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, anywhere, all at once. We'll see Brooke Erickson step onto the floor here for the Prism. And Dustin Matthews and Daniel Towns on the floor for the Pirates. See the pick here from Dumont. Dumont, open three, no, too strong. Konchar bounce pass now to Brooke Erickson. Under 90 seconds to go here in this first quarter, and it is 17-2 Prism. Erickson, now to Montoya, 3 seconds to shoot. Bogdan Konchar got to pull the trigger, no good. Solid defense from the Pirates.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking the same thing. They were on top of the Prisms, not letting anything through.
Lob inside for Galloway, fade away, mid-range two for Johnny Galloway. See Medeiros Batista out to Sergio Montoya, rattles out of the rim, no good. Now across half court from Mantooth to Towns. Lob back to Mantooth. Mantooth trying to back down Lambert. Curls, wheels, gets the 2!
And this is what I was telling you. They had to be more aggressive. And as we can see, they're definitely becoming more aggressive.
Yeah, this has the the mentality on board the good ship Adventure Coast has changed. It is now no quarter from these Pirates. Here comes Bennett with some speed. Over the top. Galloway in the paint. Outside. Dumont to Mantooth. Galloway again. Rotated across the perimeter. Pirates going to slow it down. Shot clock turned off. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Towns. 3. No. First quarter done and dusted. And a pretty fiery start from both sides. But the Evoria Prism with the 11-point lead, 17-6 over the Adventure Coast Pirates after 1.
Pirates definitely started picking it up at the end. So let's see how they continue.
Hope they carry that momentum into this second quarter. Got to keep that aggression level up because it seems to be doing wonders on both sides of the ball. See the Prism start here. Erickson gets the screen, rotates inside, pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Nobody there for the rebound. Lenny Freeman Liberty basically had a free run at that ball.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see Freeman Liberty hooked outside to Bennett. Now to Curry. Probing. Prodding. 7 seconds to shoot. Freeman Liberty back to Bennett. Over to Curry. 3 ball. Cash money. Erickson gets the pick. Liberty stays to him. Roaming outside. Back to Iberk Demir. Gets the screen from Holacek. And an open 3. Antonin Holacek. No good. Off the back of the rim and out. Now with Curry. Feeds inside. Lenny Freeman Liberty is fouled. The first personal on Antonin Holacek.
And the stands are very upset.
They are quite upset with that. I think that was the first shooting foul, I think, committed by the Prism Knight. There was a loose ball foul earlier today. And Lenny Freeman Liberty, honestly, one of my favorite names in the whole of the VTBA.
I like his shoes.
Yeah, the full orange. Yeah, it's clean. It looks good.
With the black socks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, isn't it? It's definitely, yeah.
Oh,
look.
you see the little the green, like not the green. Oh my God, eyes, brain, communicate, please. Like the red tops on the socks. They look nice.
Yeah.
We have Philip Braun coming out onto the floor for Curry for the Pirates. We'll see Erickson trying to rotate this one through, defended by Freeman Liberty. Good hands on that one. Iberk Demir still able to recover the pass. Now it's Kirk Tinsley, defended by Bennett. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Backs off. Kirk Tinsley, we know he can shoot from 3. He's going to have to do one here, but this one will not fall.
It's the aggression. The Pirates are getting aggressive.
They are getting aggressive, and it is starting to eat away at this Prism lead. Solid defensive work from Adventure Coast so far. J.C. Hughes down low. Now to Iberk Demir. Gets the pick from Holacek. Crosses up. Back to Holacek. Open 3. No good. Braun to rebound. Heading back up on the Pirates. Moving with some speed here. Braun gonna back off. Gets a screen. Pump fakes the shot. Haynes down low. Brooke Erickson with the steal. Back up court the other way. Pulls up. Mid-range 2. No. Matthews rebounds. Again with Braun. Rotates with Matthews. Pulls the trigger. No. The tempo ratcheting up in both directions here. Iberk Demir on a streak, kicks back out. Ball rotates through to Kirk Tinsley in ISO with Dustin Matthews. 7 seconds to shoot, poking, prodding, Kirk Tinsley. 5-3 on the shot clock. Tinsley gonna try and do this himself, denied by Al Haynes. A shot clock violation, it will be Pirates ball. And we'll see Mantooth and Brady heading back out onto the floor for the Pirates. It'll be Al Haynes bringing this across half court. They'll go to Mantooth. Brady, Haynes once again. Pirates starts in motion. Mantooth, defended by Jeffrey. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Poking, prodding, looking for an opening. Haynes, Bennett, 3, good! The Pirates shrink the lead to 4. See, Erickson gets the pick. Bounce pass to Lambert. Denied by Damian Matthews. A good block there. Up with some speed. Jeffries picks out the pass intended for, I think it was Haynes. Quick shot, no good from Erickson. Mantooth feeds down low for Bennett. Cross court, Haynes. Mantooth waits for an opportunity. Off-ball motion. Grady now to Al Haynes. 4 seconds to shoot. Mantooth probes. Long 2, no.
He had to make that shot.
Had to make that shot. And it was a good, it was a halfway decent shot. Again, it just didn't fall. And we'll see a pick here for Brooke. Erickson pulls back in. Mid-range 2 from the top of the key. No good. Lambert with the putback.
It has been a while since the Prisms have actually made a shot. So this is definitely, this is something that they needed.
Definitely. Grady offloads
It has
to
been,
Bennett.
what, 4 minutes?
4 minutes. Copernicus Mantooth with the 3 from the corner. A 10-2 Pirates run. Now with Jeffries, gets the pick, tries to bounce pass back to Lambert, and they're going to call Damian Matthews for the reach-in. And the Prism will call a timeout. A little under 5 minutes to go in this first half, and the complexion of this game has completely changed.
They went from their 0 to just being 3 away. Just 1 3-shot away from the captain, from the Pirates actually making this an even score.
Yeah, it is. It's very quickly turned from the Prism being super aggressive and the Pirates struggling to make shots, and now the polarity has inverted. Now it's the Prism who are struggling to make points, and the Pirates who are full throttle, full sail, foot to the floor. You can see down here Kamaria Palmer, the head coach for the Evoria Prism. Which, to give you a proper introduction to this timeout for the Team Oshis. Team Oshi for the Evoria Prism, Angora Xylia, Space Dragon V2, who just recently, this weekend in fact, debuted her 2.0 model, and it is absolutely stunning.
Ooh, love to see it. Gotta show some love.
Gotta show some love, absolutely. And for the Adventure Coast Pirates, it is none other than our favorite pirate VTuber, Captain Convenience. And we'll see starting 5s return to the floor for the Pirates. Dumont and Galloway heading back onto the floor. Montoya and Medeiros Batista coming out for the Prism. Batista to inbound. They'll go to Bogdan Konchar. Start this one out of the timeout. Montoya hooks inside for Lambert. 4 seconds to shoot. Konchar, Montoya, Jeffries, 3, no. Good rebound from Freddie Dumont. Pirates start up court in rotation. Copernicus Mantooth takes the shot, doesn't miss, but is fouled. And now Copernicus Mantooth going to shoot a pair, and Sergio Montoya is a little bit heated. You can see that at the end of that, Bogdan Konchar trying to calm Montoya down. He was hot after that foul. First free throw, no good for Copernicus Mantooth, still with 1 to shoot. I actually had a chance to talk with Copernicus Mantooth coming into this contest. He talked about just how much he appreciates being on this team, how much he believes in the potential that this squad has, and really, I don't think there's anybody that loves this team more than Mantooth does. He gets a steal, heading back the other way. He's going to slam on the brakes, wait for reinforcements.
I think he's the only one in his team that loves that. That actually loves that.
I mean, no question about that. This is a team that has not had a whole lot in terms of enthusiasm within its roster, within its coaching staff, within much of anything. But if there's anybody that's trying to single-handedly do it, it's Copernicus Mantooth. A reach-in foul from Medeiros Batista. Galloway to inbound here. Bounce pass. Dumont. Mantooth. Little hot potato action here for the Pirates. 3 seconds to shoot. Dumont, mid-range 2. Bounces off the rim and out. Prism lead by 2. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 19-17 your score. Jeffries in ISO with Mantooth. Looking for a little off-ball motion. 7 seconds to shoot. Feeds inside for Benoit Lambert. Tries to back down Freddie Dumont. And they're going to call Dumont on the foul. Yeah, I think that SWAT caught a little more arm than it did ball, and that's why Lambert's on the free throw line. And as you can see, as you saw a second ago, for the Pirates, a really rough schedule coming up. Prism, Stags, it's Vieira, Stags, Vinyls, in that order. Oof.
They're gonna have a bit of a tough time.
Making it all the more important for them to put up a win here tonight, just to hopefully carry some of that momentum into these next 3 games, because that is quite a Mount Everest to climb. The 2-1 Vieira, the 3-1 Stags, and the still undefeated Radio City Vinyls. Oh, and a nice feed up top for Medeiros Batista. And a 23-17 Prism lead. Navi for Grady. Gets the pick from Damian Matthews. Montoya stays disciplined on defense. Matthews, Mantooth. 3 seconds to shoot. Outside. Galloway, pressure. 3. No. Lambert rebounds. Damian Matthews almost got a piece of that one. Now Jeffries gets the pick from Lambert. Loses Galloway. Feeds down low. Lambert! Little too strong. I'm not sure if a Pirate got a piece of that one. We'll see Grady to Mantooth at the top of the arc. Hands off for Grady. 7 seconds to shoot. Oh, a little bit of missed timing on the alley-oop. And now the Prism coming the other way. Oh, what a swat from Dumont, but the foul called again.
That was angry.
That was angry indeed. That's second personal on Freddie Dumont tonight. Sergio Montoya heading to the free throw line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First shot no good for Montoya. We'll see Lenny Freeman Liberty come back onto the floor for the Pirates in exchange for Freddie Dumont. And it's kind of an impressive thing to see with this Pirates team, because for the 2 games that we've seen of them so far, Emmanuel Barea was really kind of the spark plug for their offense. And with him obviously being out with that left hip strain, it's now come to others to make it happen. And now Sergio Montoya going to get called for a foul on the other direction.
That's his second foul, if I'm correct.
Second personal, 4th team foul for the Prism.
Oof.
And Lenny Freeman Liberty will go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. And it seems like the Pirates are kind of expecting Bryson Portier to sort of fill that role of the facilitator for this Pirates offense. Not a position I think he's used to having, which may do something to explain the kind of slow start that they've had, but it really does feel like the Pirates are starting to get back into their groove.
Oh yeah, because look at, they're definitely trying to make a comeback right now. And,
yeah, good block from Lenny Freeman Liberty. Copernicus Mantooth moving with some gas. Here comes Liberty straight to the rack, denied by Lambert. A couple of good swats both directions. Now Lambert trying to back down Galloway. Turnaround shot up and good off the glass. This has been a much more physical interior game than I think we're used to seeing from either of these squads.
And it was, I believe it was after the first time out when it came to the Pirates, because their defense and it wasn't that great, and they needed to go in, and they needed to go in hard, and they definitely took that advice, and they are being way more aggressive than they were in
Yep, the age-old phrase, go hard in the paint, and that is what both of these teams are doing on both sides of the ball. And I think that's why we have a 26-19 score right now, under a minute to go in the first half. Prism holding on to the lead, but it has felt tenuous at best. Medeiros Batista, fadeaway, two-shot! Whoa, what a play from Saulo Medeiros Batista! Let's see what the Pirates have here, under 40 seconds to go in the first half. 35 on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Freeman Liberty down low, Matthews. Good ball rotation here from the Pirates. Mantooth fakes the shot, drives inside, pulls up, mid-range two, a little off target. Jeffries with the rebound, shot clock turned off. Conchar holding up top. And it looks like the Prism, oh, and a fadeaway two from Benoit Lambert. Grady gonna have to heave this one from three-quarter court. No. And we go to halftime here in the Prisma Center. Evoria leading Adventure Coast 30-19 at the half. Let's take it up to the booth and have a bit of a conversation about this game and kind of the complexion changes that we've seen coming into this one.
I think the aggression and the defense has been solid on both of them. Mm-hmm. Okay. But the Pirates, if they want to be able to catch up, they really want to be able to catch up, they have to, and it's something I say in almost every single game, they have to go, it's those small points, and I feel like it happens so much where they try and do long twos or those threes to try and get in. But of course, the Prism's defense has been so solid. Mm-hmm. But they have to fight more. They have to fight in more if they really want to catch up. But the Prisms have been doing pretty well. They're just, while their score is still pretty low, and it's mostly because they haven't had much, I feel like they haven't had much luck with all of their throws. Because this is a pretty low score for them, especially at this quarter.
Yeah, especially at halftime, for this to be a 30-19 score. And it has been kind of, I think, a credit to the defenses of both these teams that they've been forcing low percentage shots. They've been forcing fewer shots. And I think really, it seems like both of these teams, the key really seems to be just attacking the paint, attacking the interior. Because the perimeter has not produced much for either of these two clubs. We'll see if any of those adjustments get made here as we enter quarter number 3. Conchar, Montoya, Lambert, Medeiros, Batista, and Jeffries on the floor for the Prism. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Conchar tries to drive inside, lowers the shoulder and in. Well, we talked about attacking the basket. There it is.
He's just charging his way through.
Yep, just lower the shoulder and took it right to Bryson Portier. This is Grady. Defended by Montoya. Gonna rotate the ball through. Hands off for Portier. Portier pulls 3 different Prism defenders, and Johnny Galloway with a two-handed jam. That was a solid offensive look. Pulled 3 different Prism defenders into one spot and then just feed the big man, feed Johnny Galloway on his way to the rack.
Making sure that they weren't paying attention to him.
Yep. It is pulling, making sure you are the threat. Johnny Galloway with another denial. And that ball just kind of flopped straight to the ground. Ben Grady now with it for the Pirates. Mantooth now to Grady. Grady going to back off, going to create some off-ball motion. Feeds Copernicus. Mantooth off the window and in.
They've done it again with getting all the prisms on one side to then just hand it over to Mantooth.
Yep, they're stretching the defense, creating opportunities inside. This will be a lob in for Lambert, trying to back down Freddie Dumont, and they're going to call Dumont on the foul. That's his 3rd personal. It looked like Freddie Wade maybe having some words with one of the VTBA officials on that one. Maybe talking to him like, hey, you got to let our guys play here. Third personal on Freddie Dumont, and a 3rd trip to the free throw line for Benoit Lambert. Dumont coming off the floor. Damian Matthews going to head in. Two for 2 from the free throw line. 8 minutes and change to go. Ooh. Mantooth off to Portier. 34-23 Prism, your current score with 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Portier hesitates, gets the screen, tries to cross inside, turn around, skyhook, no! And here comes Conchar for Evoria. It's Montoya off on the wing, feeds inside for Benoit Lambert, going to try and back down Galloway again, over the top and in, and Benoit Lambert is just having a field day inside.
He is.
And especially when he gets that matchup with Freddie Galloway, he is just bullying him inside. See some ball movement here. Portier gets the screen from Damian Matthews, tries to cross inside. Inside, feeds. Matthews, pump fakes, denied by Lambert. Now to Montoya, over to Jeffries. Gets a rushed pick. Mantooth sticks to his defensive assignment. Lambert, fade away too, no. Mantooth gonna slow the play up here. Portier goes back to Mantooth at the top of the arc. A handoff for Portier again. Trying to create some movement here. A little off-ball screen. Portier, 5 seconds to shoot. Gonna try and rotate around Damian Matthews. Conchar stays on assignment. Fade away 3, no good. Oh, it looked like there was a couple of good opportunities there. Portier just didn't see the outlet.
He was focused too much.
Whoa, what a denial! Damian Matthews and Copernicus Mantooth combining on the denial. Let's see, Portier feeds inside for Galloway on Medeiros. Batista tries to round the corner, tries to feed inside, loose ball. Way too many bodies in the middle, and Evoria comes up with it. Conchar, open, Jeffries, thinks about taking the shot, decides otherwise. Portier with the denial, Conchar keeps it inbounds. 1 second to shoot, Medeiros Batista on the skyhook, rebound, gets it in! Now with Grady for the Pirates. Wrap it around, and Jeffrey's going to get caught for the reach-in. Caught red-handed, as it were.
It looks like a big high five.
That was a big high five, and Benoit Lambert has had a couple of those tonight. See Galloway to inbound. To Portier, gets the return ball. Bounce path to Matthews on the baseline. 4 seconds to shoot. Portier gets the pick, doesn't take it, just going to pull the trigger, no good. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the lights are getting a little bit too bright for Bryson Portier. See Conchar. Oh, and a good steal from Ben Grady, headed the other direction. Will be with Portier. Portier inside, and he is fouled. That's the second call on Bogdan Conchar. Sorry, I feel like I interrupted you. You had a thought?
I don't remember.
Take a break. Take a break.
I don't remember if I actually had a thought. Look, my thoughts are very bad today.
Yeah, it is.
The brain cell is not brain celling.
I feel that it is it's a Monday night, which already is a problem.
Yep.
And then you got allergy season on top of that for a lot of us.
Yep. Yeah. Me and Callie high-fiving.
Yep. No, it is not exactly cash money out here. But cash money for Brady or Bryson Portier. 2 for 2 from the free throw line there. 38-25. Prism your score. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And this is Reed Jeffries going to pull up. No good. Matthews to rebound out. Here comes Bryson Portier. Feed outside for Bennett. Matthews rotates through, and that was a bit of clever play calling. Draws the foul on Antonin Holacek. Now Dustin Matthews going to head to the free throw line. A bit of clever play calling there from the Pirates. Kind of forcing the guys to make mistakes. I think Matthews did take a bit of a shot there. He was sort of slow to get to the line.
And the Prisms are falling for it. They fell for it twice so far.
Indeed. First shot from Matthews is no good. Take a second free throw attempt here. And this time it finds Twine. Conchar off to Sergio Montoya. Bounce pass. Reed Jeffries thinking about that three-point shot. Doesn't take it, though. Conchar rotates through. Montoya. Conchar trying to find some space somewhere. Conchar with 2 to shoot. Denied by Bryson Portier. Quick up ball. Fast break here. Bennett. Grady. Long 2. No! Matthews rebounds. Pirates still in possession. Now to Bennett. Pulls the double. Galloway, Grady, Bennett, Matthews, skyhook, no. And now we'll see the Prism head back up on the floor. Jeffries, Holacek. Bounce pass now for Conchar, rotated. A lot of perimeter ball here for the Prism, trying to stretch the defense, but Adventure Coast having none of it.
They have been doing so well on defense. They have definitely just, it's like they're completely different from the start of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been turned into a kind of a defensive gridlock. Mid-range 2 from Bryson Portier is good. And the Prism going to have to call a timeout here. Gonna try and draw something up, maybe.
Especially with how strong the Pirates' defense is, and the fact that the Pirates have you know what? I'm gonna use the term. They've clowned around with the Prisms twice, and the Prisms has fallen for it.
Yeah, trying a little bit of psychological strategy. You think, trying to get in their heads?
Yep. Just a little bit.
Two minutes 26 to go here in the third quarter. Evoria holding on to a 10-point lead, 38-28, your current score. And I think that score really also underlies just how tough of a defensive matchup this has been.
Yeah, this is third quarter, and this, like, usually the Prism scores so much more. But that defense on both sides just...
Definitely a much more physical contest than we're used to seeing here in the VTBA. But honestly, I'm kind of about it. Oh, and speaking of physical, Sergio Montoya took it right at him, and he'll draw the foul on Bennett.
And the coach does not look happy one bit.
Not at all. Sergio Montoya, definitely not a guy you want to get on the free throw line. Because he is arguably the best shooter on this team. Okay, is it just me, or does Sergio Montoya look like he would fit in very well on the cover of, like, GQ?
Yes, he would. Honestly, the man could be a model if he wanted to.
I could, yeah. He's got a little bit of RBF going on, but honestly, a good-looking gentleman. And now Al Haynes, just rolls around and out. Now Iberk Demir the other way for the Prism. Demir crosses up, rotates, a pirouette! Wow!
Some fancy footwork, some ballerina action going on there. Look at that.
Sure did. Left Towns twisting in the wind. Left him right in the lap of his teammate, Damian Matthews. See Freeman Liberty. Now to Al Haynes. Working the perimeter. Now it's with Bennett. Defended by Matthews, rotates round the corner, underhand hook! Damian Matthews off the glass, no! Wow! I mean, it was a beautiful play to try and make it happen, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen.
Did not work out. Ooh.
Now Al Haynes going to get his first personal of the night on the foul to Anthony Holacek. Shot up and good from Holacek. Towns coming off the floor. Bernicus Mantooth stepping in. And for the Prism, Benoit Lambert and Kirk Tinsley. Oh, trying to get one. A fade. Whoa. That was a moonshot. Unfortunately, it didn't fall. Now the Prism headed the other way. It's Erickson. Gonna pull up from just outside the key. What a shot. As we come under 50 seconds to go in this third quarter. Freeman Liberty now to Haynes, to Bennett down low. And again, the Pirates trying to work this perimeter passing, trying to create some opportunities inside. Bennett, Haynes, three, no. Freeman Liberty, and they're going to call Demir on the charge. Good play from Dustin Bennett. Yeah, I'm thinking you have some thoughts.
It is. It's that it's what I told you, the mind games, they're playing with them, causing them to foul, and that's how they're getting the ball.
Yep, 4 seconds to shoot here in ISO for Bennett. Bennett gonna back off, fire a three, no. And that is quarter number 3 in the books. The final frame here coming up from the Prisma Center. Evoria leading a defensive grind out. 46-28. 1 quarter to go.
See how this last quarter goes. It's a pretty high. It's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows? We saw how the Pirates in the beginning, they started off very bad, and then they ended really strong. So who knows?
And we'll see if they can get a strong finish in this contest here.
Or if the Prisms will be, what was it? Would they go to like second place? I think it was if they win.
They're currently
Tied
1
for second
and
place?
2 in the they're 1 and 2 in the Celestial Conference. Which I think if they win this game, they will go to 2 and 2, which will secure them. I believe that will put them in either 3rd or 4th. No, I believe it will be 4th, as the Hardak Cupid's currently holding 3rd place with a 3 and 2 overall record. We'll see some rotated ball here. Lenny Freeman,
Some
Liberty,
hot potato?
no.
Some
Demir,
hot potato action.
yeah, a little hot potato action. Again, they're trying to work that perimeter passing to try and create some openings through the middle. And speaking of openings in the middle, Benoit Lambert just works a chasm to the post. We'll see Dustin Bennett. Freeman Liberty on a feed inside to Al Haynes. Gets the handoff. Freeman Liberty tries to split the double team. Loses control of the ball. Tinsley headed the other way for Evoria. Erickson to Lambert at the top of the key. Feeds out to Demir just outside the arc. Gets the pick. Rolls inside. Kicks out. Holacek. Long two. No good. And now Copernicus Mantooth. Gets the pick, drives inside, rotates, kicks out, Bennett, 3, good!
That was a nice play, a nice shot.
Okay, Dustin Bennett, we see you.
Mm-hmm.
And a feed inside again for Lambert, this time on Damian Matthews. Again, tries to work the body. Damian Matthews unmoved.
Like the brick wall that he is.
Like a brick wall that he is indeed. Al Haynes now with it for the Pirates. Get a little off-ball rotation. Mantooth over to Bennett, opposite court. We have feed. Freeman Liberty. Mantooth. 3. No. Rotated through. Demir looking for some space. Defended by Bennett. Almost leaves Bennett hanging, but Bennett makes a good job to recover. Now Lambert bounce pass to Tinsley. 3 seconds to shoot. Kirk Tinsley drives inside. Shut down by Al Haynes. Damian Matthews pulls it away. And now here comes Copernicus Mantooth up court. Again, the perimeter movement here. Bennett looking for an opening. Goes to Mantooth. Haynes. Now to Freeman Liberty down low. Trying to move this thing. Bennett. 3. No, too strong. And a good adjustment here for the Prism to stay disciplined on defense, not to let that perimeter passing stretch you out. Here's Iberg. Demir for 3.
And a 20-point lead.
A 20-point lead, 51-31 here in the final quarter. 6:45 to go, and the Pirates will call timeout. Maybe trying to get a personnel change out on the floor. Something I've noticed with the Pirates, at least in regards to the personnel, we haven't seen a good chunk of their starting lineup out on the floor in a while.
You're right.
We've seen a little bit of...
They did their switch, and they haven't really done much of a switch back.
Yep, we've seen Copernicus Mantooth out on the floor a couple of times here, but at the moment, we haven't seen much of either Freddie Dumont, Johnny Galloway. Honestly, the only guy we've seen nearly as much of has been Bryson Fortier, and even then, that hasn't been much. It's kind of making me wonder what the Pirates have going on here. Like, Like, okay, so the first thought that pops into my head, like,
Tell me. Tell us. Tell us all.
the first thought I have in my head, strategy-wise, is that they're saving their big guns for maybe the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, trying to put on a charge. But this is a 20-point hole they are in. I don't think they have time to wait.
I agree. They got to make a decision, and they got to make it now.
And it looks like they have at least partially done that. Johnny Galloway stepping out onto the floor here for the Pirates. And we'll see Polachek and Medeiros Batista take to the floor here for the Prism. Damian Matthews to inbound. Oh, and a moon pass across court. Galloway feeds Matthews inside. Kicks out for Mantooth. Back to Galloway. Now Haynes at the top of the arc. Gets the pick from Mantooth. Drives inside. Looks for an opening. 4 seconds to shoot. Hands off. Mantooth loses the ball. Erickson bringing it up for the Prism. Look off to Iberg Demir. Defended by Haynes. Tries to force inside. Got nowhere to go. Hands off. Polachek splits the defense and off the window and in. Tricky play here from Evoria.
That was a Kuroko no basket kind of thing, kind of play, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, definitely a really solid cut inside from Anton and Polachek on that handoff. And I think that's just kind of a testament to how well both of these defenses are playing. It is forcing both of these teams to get really creative with their scoring opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
4 seconds to shoot. Mantooth. Bennett. 3. No. Oh, that was a rough shot to take. He had 2 defenders in his face. We'll see Demir absolutely leaving the defense in the dust. It looked like there was a little bit of mistaken communication between Galloway and Mantooth as to who was to take him coming through. And it ended up with neither one doing it.
That's what happens when, you get confused in those situations. It leaves an opening.
It leaves an opening. Cross court. Mantooth drives inside. Man took flight. Matthews rebounds. Still in possession for the Pirates. Bennett. Galloway. Mantooth. Cross court. Feeds down low. Bennett. 3. No. Oh, he had a bit of trouble reeling that pass in and had to rush the shot.
With only 2 seconds on the shot clock, he had no other choice.
Yep, and a good deflection here gets it back in possession for the Pirates. Mantooth to Galloway, gets the return ball, rotates out to Bennett. Rotates through. Johnny Galloway. Whoa. A little bit off target there, but a good attempt. Now Polachek tries to drive inside. Kicks back out for Demir. Demir gets the pick. Rolls in. Defended by Mantooth. Got to offload to Erickson. Hand off. Tried to go for the same play again. Didn't work this time. Medeiros Batista. Demir. 4 shot. 3. No. Medeiros Batista rebounds. Erickson. 3. No. Mantooth to take it away. Oh, yeah, they're going to call that all day of the week. Damian Matthews caught for the moving screen. And now we see the starting 5 back on the floor for the Pirates.
It's just like you called it, but instead of the 5 minutes, it's the 3-minute mark.
3.5 minutes, in fact, to go in this one. And it's 55-31 Prism. Brady. Oh! Got right in Kirk Tinsley's face and shuts him down. Portier. Oh, trying to feed a Mantooth inside. Well played from Brooke Erickson. Now headed the other way. Now feeding down low. Demir going to rotate out. Tinsley defended by Portier. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Tinsley tries to fight inside. 4 to shoot. Top of the key. Tinsley going to do it himself. No. Mantooth cross-court feed. Bryson Portier! Streak into the rack. Good.
Just didn't get there in time. The Prism just didn't get there in time.
I mean,
Oof,
I mean, that was a sensational heads-up play
it was. It definitely was.
from Mantooth to see the opening to Bryson Portier, and he was just long gone at that point. The Prism will call timeout. 2 minutes 37 to go here. Evoria with a 55-33 lead over the Adventure Coast Pirates.
You know, we haven't seen much of a dancers in this game.
Yeah, there haven't been a whole lot of timeouts called.
They've just been chilling, waiting,
Yeah.
you know,
They've
getting their rest.
Yeah, they've kind of low-key had a Monday off tonight, which, I mean, they deserve. They work so hard.
They have to do every single game on Saturdays, and then just have one break before having to do the same thing on Monday.
Yep. Doing all kinds of work. I mean, they get the rest of the week off, though, which is pretty nice.
This is true.
And, of course, our dance team's very well compensated by the VTBA, which we greatly appreciate. And we'll come out of the timeout. Prism looking like they're getting a personnel change on the floor. And just one, J.C. Hughes stepping in at center. And I think no changes. Yeah, looks like no changes for the Pirates. They're going to stay with their starting five. J.C. Hughes to inbound. Going to go to Demir. Beats inside for Hughes. Tries to back down Freddie Dumont. Turnaround jump shot. No good. Pirates head up court. Offload to Bryson Portier. They go to Mantooth at the top of the arc. Gets the return ball. Defended well by Demir. Trying to create some off-ball movement here of the Pirates. 3 seconds to shoot. Pulling up from the elbow is Portier.
He knew he was not going to be able to make that long shot, so he got in closer.
Yep, knew he wasn't going to get the opportunity, so he had to get it as close to the rack as he could. Took that shot from the elbow and flushed it beautifully. Now we have feed inside. Holacek just barely gets control of that one. Will miss the shot. Freddie Galloway going to come away with this one. We'll see here. Galloway on the top of the key. Feeds down low for Grady. Turnaround, fadeaway shot, rattles out. Demir now to Tinsley. Erickson back to Demir. A little bit of ball rotation, a lot of traffic in the middle of the floor. Erickson just barely able to reel this one in, and an easy steal for Freddie Dumont. Under 60 seconds to go. Mantooth off to Portier. And the Evoria Prism, it looks like, will go to 2-2. Get themselves into that final playoff spot. Oh, with some emphasis from Kirk Tinsley. Like I said, the Prism will go to 2-2. That should set them in 4th place in the Celestial Conference. 4th place, of course, that final playoff spot. Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds to go. And Demir.
They're just waiting for that clock to finish.
Yep, they're just going to run out the clock here. After back-to-back losses, the Evoria Prism back in the win column. They go to 2-2 on the year. 58-35 over the Adventure Coast Pirates, your final score. And honestly, wow, what a game.
On both ends. Honestly, on both ends.
And we'll see who 2K decides gets player of the game honors. And Benoit Lambert, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, somebody else we saw almost none of in that second half.
Which is odd. We usually see way more of them.
We see way more of a lot of the starting players in this one, but this was kind of the bench taking precedence in this one.
Maybe they were trying out something different.
Yeah, maybe. And I mean, it makes sense. With the Pirates, you haven't won a game all year. With the Prism, you're on a 2-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't working, you got to change something.
Exactly.
We'll take a look at the box score here. Benoit Lambert, 21 points on the day, 7 for 16 from the field. Didn't take a 3-point shot all game.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, kind of the understudy credits here for another player of the game potential. Medeiros Batista, 8 points, 11 rebounds, 1 forced turnover, 4 for 6 from the field. You ever seen some work out of him today? It was awesome.
Mm.
And on the other side of the floor, Copernicus Mantooth leading the team in points tonight with 10, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers. There's not a 0 anywhere on this man's box score.
No. He may have scored low, but he definitely did score a couple.
Yeah, he did some phenomenal work as well. Bryson Portier with 8. Dustin Bennett, he was kind of a surprise appearance here. And we got to see, honestly, a fair amount of Lenny Freeman Liberty tonight, which I really enjoy, if only just because I love his name.
Of course, Freeman Liberty.
Freeman Liberty. But yeah, kind of what we were mentioning, Freddie Dumont, only 19 minutes on the floor tonight.
You usually see so much more from him.
I mean, look at this. Like, Bryson Portier had as many minutes in this game as Dustin Bennett did. It kind of makes me wonder, did the Pirates come into this game with the mentality of, okay, listen, we know we're going to get smoked. And this was just a free opportunity to kind of experiment, see if they could find maybe some adjustments, some different strategies, and kind of play out different people at different positions, see what works.
I can see that. And I can understand why, especially with their track record currently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, knowing that Prisms is one of the better, one of the best teams that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they worked hard, because this was like one of their lowest scoring wins.
I think I might have to double check. This might be
their lowest.
This might be the lowest scoring game we've had in the league, period.
I think so. I think that the beginning, I think the lowest before that was like in the 70s range.
Yeah, it looks like, at least from what I'm seeing here, it might actually be a tie. Let me see. Let me do a little. I've got to break out the calculator because I got to do math.
Gross math.
Yeah, I know. Gross.
On Monday.
I know.
This Monday.
I'm doing math
Horrible.
on Monday. This is awful. Yeah, it is a tie for the closest ones we've had to this were actually the Pirates' first game in that 75-45 loss to the Hardak Cupids, and then the one that's tied there was 71-49 between the Vieira and the Underground. So yeah, this is officially the lowest scoring game in VTBA history.
That says a lot.
That does say a lot.
That says a lot. That says that the defense was like phenomenal. Like in the beginning it was lacking a little bit, but then they came out of nowhere and they came with a vengeance.
Absolutely did. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the standings here. Looking at the Celestial Conference right now, yep, that does put the Evoria Prism in 4th in the standings, so they now have, at least for the moment, that final playoff spot in the conference. The Australia Nightwings still sitting up top at 4-0. The Akaros Garden Stags making a push at 3-1. They're only 1 game back on the Nightwings. And we have the Hardak Cupids sitting at 3-2. The Prism with that final playoff spot at 2-2. And then we have the Resolute Beach Sirens at 1-3, and then the Camp Cryptid Lunas at 0-2. And for the Cyber Conference, still the Carbonators at the top at 3-0. Right on their heels, though, the Radio City Vinyls sitting at 2-0, only half a game back. Then the Noxabita Vieira at 2-1, and then the Faustia Crocs, Adventure Coast Pirates, and Highmark Underground all still yet to put a game in the win column.
That's rough, buddy.
It's, yeah, the Cyber Conference has not had a good run of things lately.
Mm-hmm.
And well, definitely the Celestial Conference, at least right now, kind of proving itself to be the class of the field. But that is all for us here. Any parting thoughts from you, Elaine, before we head out?
I honestly, this was a pretty solid game. It was a pretty, compared to most of the other games, this was a really lax game. Both teams did fantastic, and I cannot wait to see more.
Absolutely, same here. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here. So be sure to join us for round 5 of the Vtuber Basketball Association. That'll be on Saturday over on Twitch at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East Coast. And then the next on-demand game will be right back here on Monday. Probably not going to get this game out on time, most likely, unfortunately, which, you know, we do what we can. So this one will be a little bit late, but expect the on-demand game to be at its usual time, Monday night, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East Coast. And we thank you guys for being here. This has been a presentation of the Kodiak V Sports Network, Virtual Teams, Real Life Hype. And on behalf of Elaine and myself, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope the days, the nights are all kind to you. And we will see you, hopefully, over on Twitch on Saturday for more action for the Vtuber Basketball Association. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.